Hello everybody, welcome to Wine World TV, the best wine show anywhere. I'm your host, Mark Fusco. Now before we get started, make sure you're smashing that like button and subscribing to the channel. Every like and subscription really helps build the channel. Even better, spread the word to your friends about the best wine show anywhere. All right, so a friend of mine stopped by my work and we got to chatting about my channel, and he offered to buy a couple of bottles of wine for me to review here on the show. So I'm super grateful for that. He's also the same person that gave me some wine a while back after the two of us and a third person met up for dinner one night, and I got to take home a couple of the bottles for the purpose of review. Those were the 2019 Tenuta Sanguido Sassicaia and the 2019 Les Petits Moutons de Mouton Rothschild, or Rothschild. That's the second label of Chateau Mouton Rothschild. I had brought the 2016 Donhof Kreuznach Krutenful Riesling Cabernet. We had a fourth wine that night, the 1984 Chateau Lafite Rothschild, and I had enough of the first three bottles to do a review. We had finished the fourth mainly because, well, it was a half bottle. At least I think we finished it. If not, then the person who brought that took that one home. So today's wine is from Emile Beyer, or Beyer, okay, probably Beyer, a winery that's been around for really a very long time. In fact, it was founded in 1580. 1580? Yes. They're on their 14th generation. I'm always fascinated by wineries that have been around for a very, 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 very long time. It's a testament to resilience, especially if it's been the same family the entire time. Technically, it started as a vineyard in 1580 in Ujisheim. I'm going to say that 5 times fast. It wasn't until 1792 when the actual winery was built by Lucas Beyer. And just to drive home this point some more, Alsace is a key strategic location between France and Germany. At least 4 times the area has changed hands between the two countries. Those are the 30 Years' War from 1618 to 1648, the Franco-Prussian War from 1870 to 1871, World War I from 1914 to 1918. Then we had the Treaty of Versailles in 1919. The changed kind of hands again. And World War II, 1939, 1945, and then, well, I guess 1946, it went back to France. Anyway, after the winery was built in 1792, Lucas's son Antoine acquired the former Hostellerie Au Cheval Blanc in 1837 in Ujisheim. Antoine's son Emile expanded sales and distribution. Now, Emile also had a son named Emile Victor, I guess. He went to the University of Dijon to earn a degree in enology in 1927. He is the Emile that's on the label. When it comes to the vineyards, they have been farmed organically since 2005 and gained certification in 2014. They also use high-density planting of 8,000 vines per hectare. They do manual harvesting as well. They began using biodynamics in 2016. Now, while this wine doesn't have the Demeter certification on it, their website does have the Demeter logo. That tells me that probably other wines in their portfolio are Demeter certified. They talk about doing minimal intervention in the winery. They use gentle and slow pressing of the grapes, use native yeasts and long fermentations in stainless steel tanks for the whites. For red wines, the wines are aged in Burgundian style barrels using wood from the Allier or Vosges forest. The Vosges is in their backyard. Allier is located in central France. Let's get the stats for this wine. The 2023 Emile Beyer Les Traditions Pinot Noir, $31.99. It's from France, from Alsace, 100% Pinot Noir, certified organic grapes. The vine aged anywhere from 10 to 25 years. Harvest is manual. Fermentation, stainless steel. Lees aging just says several months. ABV, 12.5%. Average production is 8,400 bottles. Aging potential, 4 to 5 years. Now, from a generic text sheet I found, the wine is intended to be drank young. They source the grapes from both vineyards they own and purchase fruit. This may be why it's not certified biodynamic, but it's still using organic grapes. Let's get into the wine. Not gonna lie, for some reason I thought The first two wines I was doing today were white and the second two were red, even though I knew better. So, and Alsatian Pinot Noir. That was another reason why I really chose this one. I really wanted to learn more about this winery. It was kind of a new wine for us, and I'd never heard of it. And then found out they've been around since the late 1500s. I mean, as farmers more than winemakers, but still. And I don't have that much experience with Alsatian Pinot Noir as I do with maybe some of the other non-Burgundian areas. So I really wanted to kind of delve into this. Like Red Sancerres I love, and then there's New Zealand and actually Tasmania, honestly. Willamette, of course. A couple places in California. But, Alsace and Alsace Pinot and German Pinot Noir, I don't have as much experience with. And I'll be honest, most German Pinots have been like, okay. They're not been bad, but they haven't really wowed me. So let's do some Alsatian. Color-wise, normal Pinot Noir's got a little bit of translucency. I'll just put it that way. Fairly expressive. A little bit of rose. A little bit of floral. A little bit of cranberry, dried. A touch of cherry, more of a darker cherry. A touch of cinnamon. Now, when they said aging, leaves aging several months, the only thing I don't know about the aging is whether or not the aging occurred in any type of barrel. But I feel like I get a bit of cinnamon. And it should be coming from a barrel, not necessarily the grape variety, as far as I know. There's a touch of earthiness, touch of dirt to it, a touch of herbaceousness. I do kind of smell some alcohol, even though it's like 12.5, something like that, 12.5. But I do smell a little alcohol. But it smells like a good Pinot Noir. So let's check it out. Remember those days? I'm gonna throw that out. It's good. It's solid, very light. I feel it has a lot of spice components to it. Not particularly cinnamon, but there's like a nutmeg, a clove. I feel like it may have sat in a barrel. I don't know if it was new or maybe first or second use barrels. So it may have imparted a little bit of that. I do get potpourri. So you get that dried florals rather than a fresh flowers. Red fruit. It's mostly just red fruit. If I had to really dig and probably looking at it, I'd probably, if I was in a blind, assuming this was Pinot Noir, I'd probably make sure I say the word cherry, because all Pinot Noir pretty much should have some type of cherry component. It's there, but it's not the dominant flavor. I would say cranberry, dry cranberry is the more dominant of the two red fruits. I don't really get anything else like strawberry or raspberry or anything like that. It's really tasty, but it's not particularly complex. It actually reminds me more of wines that it reminds me more about South American Pinot, because it tends to have this rusticity to it, and it kind of has that like a bramble to it. That's what I really get more than anything else, and that spice component, almost just like dirt and the potpourri. And I've had several wines from South America, whether it's Pinot or other grape varieties, that get that. So I get more of that. With that said, there's a savoriness to this. So it's not particularly complex, but it's delicious. And this would really, you're seeing this before Thanksgiving. So Thanksgiving, this particular one, and I'm going to assume maybe, Alsatian Pinots in general, could be, well, Pinot Noirs is a great wine for Thanksgiving or Christmas dinner. But if you had something that has more of the savory side of things, you could even do things like barbecue with this. I wouldn't do anything that was like a spicy barbecue sauce, but I would do like a savory barbecue sauce, lots of black pepper to it. Not the wine, but the barbecue or the sauce has black pepper, a lot of smoke. You can do some smoked items, like maybe like a smoked salmon. That would be kind of cool. Smoked sausage, blackened but not spicy, not like hot in spice, but flavorful in spice, like a blackened type of like chicken or pork. peppercorn, crusted pork. I mean, well, you could do pork, steak. So yeah, it's there's a lot of food pairing possibilities. I think that would absolutely enhance this wine even more. It would kind of like the sum of the parts is better than each part, whatever. The sum is, whatever. When you put two things together, it becomes even greater than just the sum, right? I think that would do this. I think this wine would become something like that. But I cannot wait. I mean, I'm really digging this wine. I think I see a lot of potential with it, and I really cannot wait to actually just crack it open with the right meal and just crush. It even has elements of like Gamay to me. And Burgundy Pinot can do that too. Burgundy Pinot can kind of act like Gamay. Gamay can kind of act like Burgundy and Pinot. So it kind of has that. So I'm really digging this. I may have to explore some more Alsatian Pinot. All right, that's going to do it for today's show. Hope you enjoyed what we're doing here. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe and tell your friends, and we will see you next time.